Hey explorers! Welcome to part 2 of our Mojave Route 66 day trip adventure, where we're setting off to explore the towns of Yermo, Newberry Springs, and Amboy. Top off the gas tank, grab a soda pop, and follow us along to see what the California desert has to offer.
Hey guys, okay, so here we are about 10 miles outside of Barstow in a town called Yermo. What started in Yermo? Well, we have a hint for you, and it's going to be a lot of taco burrito deliciousness.
Okay, so we're here at this burger stand called Burger Den, and it's in the middle of nowhere, right off the side of the train tracks, and there's not much else. And even though this place is named Burger Den, if you look closer, hidden on the rooftop is the old sign of the original Del Taco. Yep, that fast food place many of us love today started right here in the town of Yermo. It started in 1964 by Ed Hackbarth and David Jamison. And it's right about lunchtime, so this is the perfect stop to not only see this historic attraction, but grab a bite to eat.
So, update, even though the sign says they're open, they have water problems this morning, so they're not open. And they can't wash their hands, and we're good with them not being open if they can't wash their hands. So, we're going to have to bypass this one. Maybe try to come back later, but at this point, we can't try their tacos.
We're not having any Del Taco right now.
No.
But hopefully we will soon. Alright, so since Del Taco was a bust, we're stopping at the next point of interest along Route 66, where they have food, and it's here at the Bagdad Cafe. But as we got here, I noticed this really cool sign. It's for an old motel that was here. Motel is long gone, as you can see. But check out that sign. Well, what kind of things can you imagine happen at this motel in the middle of the Mojave Desert along Route 66? Oh, if these foundations could speak. But yeah, we're here at the Bagdad Cafe. I've heard about this place a few times, but I've never been here before. So hopefully the food's really good. Apparently, they've got this buffalo burger that is being advertised up front, so that sounds really good. Maybe I'll have that.
Alright, so have you heard of the Bagdad Cafe movie? Well, this place, we're about to go into the real place. Let's go check it out.
Check out this establishment. The walls are covered with stuff. Hats, ceiling with flags, notes from all over the world.
Well, you can stay patient with your running game and get that established with these big tight end sets. As long as you're ahead of the chain, the penalties. So at the beginning, you have situational football is huge because now message that Frank Wright delivered about priority number one, running the ball. Well, it's not so much about the number of yards. I think it's the number of attempts. And the yards are also right there. Even those guys in the state, big out the running game, stay in control. And now,
Okay, so what do we have here? We've got your breakfast choices, burgers, sandwiches, dinners. And I love how each of these menu items have names of people who we don't know. Jasmine, Brenda, Phil, Debbie, George Aguilar, Christine. I'm sure these are wonderful people, but let's hope the food is good to so that it gives a good name for themselves. Burger sounds pretty good. There's such a mishmash of different things in here. Look at this hat, came from France. Oh, there you have the French flag. Got dollar bills with sign from people from all over the country. Not to mention all different money from all over the world. Check that out. What is that? Like a kachina? A totem pole. From Alaska. Here's an African necklace. Beaded necklace.
You can probably guess how this is going to go. Uncomfortably close close-ups. Ingredients defying gravity. Melting this. Splash that. Jaw broiled double.
Oh, and here's a poster from the movie Bagdad Cafe, which, by the way, the names that were on the menu were actors and characters from this movie. That's who the mysterious Christine happens to be. It's burger chili time, burger chili time, burger chili time.
We have bottle.
Yeah. All right, time to dig in for lunch.
All right, so Route 66 roadside attraction, awesome place. Total diner food. I mean, this is a place where in the 1950s I can imagine people stopping here and having the same exact experience we did. Just awesome time. But it was totally worth it. If you're in this area, you gotta check it out and just have a burger.
Get the buffalo burger.
There you go. Okay, here we are heading out towards Amboy, and what do we come across but this old rundown shack of a home now that's just deteriorated out here in the desert.
Check out the walls on that though, the texture.
The texture on the walls looks awesome. So cool. And there's stuff flying around up on in the top floor. There's no trespassing signs on it, so we can't go in, but it looks pretty awesome. Would love to get in there. Alright guys, here we are, still on historic Route 66 in Amboy, California, a desolate town in the Mojave, and behind us, Roy's Motel and Cafe. Established in 1935, it was once a full-service cafe, service station, and motel. Now, it is still open, but all you can get is a snack and the gas, which is
$4.99.
It's a good thing we filled up.
Yeah.
Back in Ludlow.
So this is really cool. We just stepped out of the cafe and we met the manager of the property's son. It's currently owned by the owner of Juan Pollo Chicken. Albert, there you go. And you can see there's still a lot of the dilapidated buildings around the area. There's a cool, really run-down water tower that's seen better days. But he's planning to redevelop the area again, make it more of a tourist attraction.
All right, here we go. Over here, we've got the school, we've got the hotel, motel, and a bunch of buildings. I don't know. They told us we could go check it out, so let's go check it out. The lobby of the old motel is kind of like a installation, kind of what the place would look like in its heyday back on Route 66. And the space behind it is actually it's the manager's apartment. We decided to get some classic soda for the trip, for our little excursion. Roy's Motel. Let's go. So we are in
one of the motel. Looks like they were actually kind of as a motor lodge with individual rooms, individual buildings for each of the motel rooms. So it's pretty. Wow. No running water. The water, all they have out here is salt water. So they're not able to have running water anymore, which is why really the hotel and the cafe aren't fully functioning. And they want to refurbish it. They want to bring them back. Whoa.
This one has a slightly different design.
And a bed. Still got the bed. It's crazy. I mean, until the floor. Original plugs. I like the two-prong. It's one old heater. And a shower. Look how small that shower is. Looks about the same as number 2. Crack. Oh, rough. Are they?
As you walk down to the
Whoa.
different buildings, you get a slightly bigger room as you go further down.
Look at how tiny those shower doors are. Like, how small? Oh, barely.
All right. I have a size 31 waist, and this is pretty tight.
Where'd you go?
I'm not cleaner, I think that's for sure.
It's all that salt water. Back behind the auto court is this large motel building. It's all fenced in, so we're not able to get to it, but you can see it from here. You can tell that the place looks really run down. Not sure when the last time that this building was used, but you can see since it's fenced in, maybe it's just not safe anymore. And off to the right, you can also catch the school, Amboy School, which closed in the late 1990s, we believe. That's Roy's Motel and Cafe out here in Amboy. Pretty cool. Really neat buildings. Obviously not used anymore. We're going to head back to our next destination and catch you there.
Alright, the sun's going to be setting soon, and so this is probably going to be the last stop of the day. We're here at Amboy Crater, just a few miles right outside of Roy's Cafe, and it is a huge national landmark out in the middle of the desert. We're surrounded by salt flats and then desert land, but then off into the distance,
What is that?
is what you see a cinder cone of a extinct volcano, and surrounding the area is a bunch of the old lava flows. It almost looks like you're walking around the big island of Hawaii. Check out this landscape, guys. It's like we're on another planet. You can see the Bouillon Mountains and the volcano in the background. The last time it erupted was 10,000 years ago. And here's a sign warning us about the intense heat that can take place here, especially in the summer months. And we obviously don't have to worry about that issue today. But the manager at Roy's was telling me how just as recently as 6 months ago in June, 2 elderly hikers ventured out into the crater. It's believed they succumbed to the heat. The wife died out in the desert and the husband made it all the way to their car, but sadly, he had lost all his strength and died of exhaustion. Tragically, even with search teams, drones, and helicopters, the wife's body still has not been found. It is considerably colder now than it was a little bit earlier. I've got like 3 layers. Base layer and a heat layer and then a shell layer on top, and I'm still pretty cold.
I'm just cold. Just very cold.
Oh, I can barely move my fingers because they're in the process of being frostbitten right now.
No.
We're gonna make it to the base of that volcano.
See that sign? Heat warning? We want the heat right now.
I have kind of a strange story about Amboy Crater. This was back in 1995. My dad and I used to come out here at least every 18 months or so. We'd head out of Joshua Tree and stop out here, usually at Roy's or just to check out the crater from the roadside. And I was here with my best friend. And my dad, he was talking to us about the history of Route 66 and how people used to travel down it, the mines that were out here. He just had this weird feeling as we were standing in front of the crater. We were standing there, and he heard what sounded like a voice, like a human voice around us. And we didn't really think anything of it. We thought he was joking around because of these stories he was telling us. But then just moments later, we all heard someone say something as if they're standing right behind us. And it was creepy because it was just like today where there was nobody else around on this trail. Nobody on the highway, and yet this voice was clear as day, as if someone or something was right behind us. So I don't know if it's the molecular structure of the cinder cone or maybe the salt around us, or even if it was something supernatural. But man, was that crazy. And I still think about it today.
There are people right behind us.
There actually are people right behind us. And here in this desolate landscape, life finds a way. I just love how this lone poppy adds a burst of color against the darkened landscape. I've been everywhere, man, across the deserts bare, man. Okay, out there somewhere is the truck where we parked.
And then in this direction, off in the distance, you can see the town of Amboy.
Here we are. This is the end of our journey. We're here. Amboy Crater.
And just as we arrived to the base of the crater, the wind picked up and the sun began to set. So we had to make it back to the truck as quickly as possible, ending our day in the Mojave Desert.
So we hope you had as much fun as we did, and we hope that you join us on our next adventure, where we don't just travel, we explore. See y'all next time!
Hey, somebody lost their boots.
We gotta go.